Hello and welcome to the vlog. This has been an absolutely glorious spot to stop. It is so peaceful and just tranquil here, right out in the countryside. Listen. I'm tempted to stay here a few more days, but the weather over the last week was rubbish, and as you can probably tell, the weather today is glorious. Sunshine, blue skies, the whole week is supposed to be good, so I'm going to use that time to press on. No surprises that along here is a very popular spot. Somebody's just lit their stove. Right, 3 locks in quick succession. I've been up to have a look. There's a boat coming down, and there are 2 volley lockies who have assured me they will put me through the flight. So that makes things very easy, which is terrific. Just wait for this one to come out, and then I'll be in there. Lock 1, and in a stroke of immaculate timing, the hire boat came along to join me, which means I don't get quite so buffeted in the lock as well. And we will share the 3 locks with volley lockies and plenty of crew, except me, being bone idle, who shall simply stand here. Suddenly it's rush hour. There's another one waiting to come up behind us as well. I would have been spoiled for choice of lock companion. Well, that did not take long at all. Forgive me not looking at you, I'm steering around a corner. And from here it's now 3 miles to the middle of Leighton Buzzard, where I shall try and stop for that supermarket. Wow, the railway really is pretty much touching the canal here. Admittedly at different heights, but the canal bank is the edge of the railway embankment. Just on the very outskirts of Leighton Buzzard here, and these are, I believe, visitor moorings. They are unfortunately opposite a sewage works. Although, I smell nothing in the air at the moment. I do love the variety of boats you get down on the wide canals, especially as you start heading towards London. This is Leighton Buzzard. Actually, it seems to be Leighton Buzzard on the left and Linslade on the right. And the general towpath moorings are on the left. We should just go around a gentle bend to the left, and there's a long straight which will probably be quite busy because that's where the supermarket moorings are. On the right, the base of the massive Wyvern Shipping Company hire fleet, and it is massive. Seen so many of these coming past me while I was in Milton Keynes. It is not always easy to squeeze past these hire bases. You just have to look and see if there's anything coming and take it gently, because they will be double or triple moored. How a wide bit would get through here, I have no idea. How that one that just came through the lock did so. That must have been tight. Well, this does rather explain why it looked so popular on Google Maps. This is all long-term moorings, permits only, no general towpath moorings. I'm still hopeful of snagging a spot just before the bridge up ahead, where the supermarket is. I think those are 2-hour moorings only, just for shopping, and that'll be fine. This is incredibly useful. It is a dedicated 2-hour shopping mooring, and you walk through those trees and Tesco is right behind you. Step straight into the car park. So that has been very useful. Thank you, Leighton Buzzard. You've been most helpful. Shopping once again done. 3 bags full, including lots of cheese. There's a pub up here next to the lock. And that's not good. That means onlookers. And onlookers mean I will make a mess of it. Because that's what happens. Oh, and it looks like someone's fishing on the lock landing as well. That won't be helpful. Lock done. A friendly couple of hire boaters. Didn't stop at the pub. I'm now going to look for a spot to moor up. Just above the lock, Grove Lock Marina. So called because this is Grove Lock. It's all very, very scenic. It's just a shame there's nothing decent to tie up to on the towpath side, otherwise I'd stop here. In fact, this is very much like the North Oxford. A lot of that bank is rocks just under the water, so you just can't pull in up to them, and if you try you end up banging and clanking around on them all night. Unfortunately, the spot where all the boats moor looks very busy, so I'm going to have to go through the next lock. Dang it. I'm beginning to regret not mooring opposite that marina where several other boats had moored. I didn't, because generally I don't like to moor opposite the ends of where boats might want to get out, so I came past and then had to do the next lock because there was nowhere to moor up in that pound. And I've just been told that after the next lock a water pump has failed, so the pounds beyond are incredibly low and probably not passable. So I've got to find somewhere in this pound to moor up, or I don't know, reverse, which wouldn't be fun. Onwards then, in the hope of a mooring. This is really not looking promising. I'd say I've done perhaps half a mile, maybe a mile, and all the bank is like this, and you might think, oh, it's just some bushes you can pull in there, but underneath it all is some fairly substantial rocks which are under the water and neither make for a pleasant mooring up against experience. Yeah, that's if you can even get in close enough to moor. So I'm still pressing on in the vague hope I'll find a spot where I can pull in before this lock where the water runs out. And suddenly there was some Armco on the side which I was able to come into and tie up against, and I tell you what, it's quite a nice spot. I'll have to hope no hooligans come hurtling around that corner only to find me here, but I'm not actually on the bend, so should be alright, and it's pretty wide, and there's not been a huge amount of traffic along here today, so I think it's alright. I even managed to moor up such that the solar panels are getting a bit of sun. Yes, I know the near one is a bit shaded. I might toddle a bit further forward actually, but anyway, there's a gap in the hedge, so I can keep getting my solar. And that's my view, which I think you'll agree is rather splendid.